Hello fellas, in this video I'm building and painting a 1:48 scale figure with a technique that I find reasonably easy. First I need to modify the figure so it fits over the extra details that I added to the vehicle model. To ensure that I have the best fit possible between the figure and the vehicle, I'm going to attach the hands to the steering wheel using some double-sided tape, and then I'm going to cement them in place. The painting technique that I will present you might not win you a figure painting competition, but in my opinion it is reasonably fast and easy way to have a good looking figures for your models or dioramas. After a coat of black primer, I will do zenithal priming with white paint together with the vehicle. This way I believe I will get realistic highlights and shadows on the figure with the vehicle taken into account. For the pants, I want to get a denim look, so I will use glossy sea blue acrylic paint. I diluted it quite a bit so I can apply several layers and build the opacity to the point where shadows and highlights are visible, and in the same time I have good color saturation. In this case it took 3 layers for each of the colors I used. For the shirt I added light grey to the glossy blue. As you can see, I am using a rather large brush, number 3 to be specific. It holds a lot of paint, but also has very fine tip, so I can paint small details without reloading the brush too often. For the vest or whatever this is, I went for a matte blue from Life Color. Again, here I had 3 layers. The hat got the same treatment. As you may notice, the lower back is quite dark, but it is because it is straight against the backrest of the seat, hence the lack of light. For the skin tones I am using a flash color figure painting set from AK. The first color I apply is base flesh. The boots are getting a black base coat. Since I am happy with how the pants look, I will only add a coat of matte varnish to them. For the vest and the shirt, I will do some additional subtle highlighting. I already did the highlights on the shirt off camera using light grey. As you can see now, I am using much smaller brush. Since the figure represents an aircraft handler, I brush painted the leather edge on his back. I tried to make it wavy to follow the wrinkles on the fabric. The skin is also getting some highlights. I will add those using light flesh color. The paint is well diluted so it can blend nicely with the base coat. The face of the figure is always a challenge, but I keep it as simple as possible, adding highlights to the most prominent features and leaving the base coat to serve as a shadow. If you want to be up to date with my latest projects, visit my Patreon page. For only $1 a month, you will get exclusive content and early access among other cool things. I am pretty sure I cannot paint eyebrows in this scale using a brush, so I chose to do so using a watercolor pencil. Small amount of shadow flesh and the mouth of the figure looks good. The eyes are probably the hardest part. First I painted them with white, then I came back with the base flesh to fix the spills. Now I think I should have used off-white or something similar. The pupils I did using watercolor pencil. The hat has some nice details. So to make them more visible, I did some dry brushing using buff oil paint. Editing the video, I feel that this technique can be improved in a few ways, so I will keep experimenting and I will present you my findings as soon as I got the opportunity to do so. But even though that the figure does not look very pretty under high magnification, when you are at normal viewing distance it looks very good because it is in harmony with the vehicle. Thank you for watching and until next time, happy modeling!